Hey everyone, welcome back to OC Outdoorsman. Well, we're off to a late start. It's well after 6:30 a.m. and I paid the price. I ended up parking further away than usual, so I had to hike to the launch point here at Baby Beach. As you can see, it's a bit overcast. Temperature was in the high 60s, and you just missed it, but a bunch of outriggers just took off, so there are a lot of people at the beach this morning. Water looks pretty calm this morning. Glenn's behind me, just about to launch. We're going to hit the bait barge first to pick up some live sardines. I'll use the sardines probably to fish for bass on our way up to the kelp forest. Today, however, the target species for me is California sheephead. So in addition to the live bait, I brought a big old bag of shrimps, my go-to bait for California sheephead, also known as scrimps. As you can see, Glenn just got back from the bait barge and we're about to divvy up the sardines. So I'm just going to pull up next to his kayak and look at the size of these guys. They're pretty big this morning. Sometimes we get a good mix of sardines with anchovies and an occasional mackerel, but this morning they're just super-sized sardines. As I approach the mouth of the harbor, look at how calm the waters are. Can't believe how great the conditions were this morning. Virtually no swells, a light breeze in my face. The conditions were just ideal. I got to the kelp forest just in time. Low tide was on its way out. The kelp was slowly submerging, but fortunately I was able to latch on. Now, it may not look like it at first. I mean, things started off really slow, but this was actually a hot spot. It took about 30 to 45 minutes for me to land my first fish. As you can see, the sun's already out. But I did manage to catch this nice little California sheephead. It's a bit undersized, so I'll let this one go. This next one just slammed my bait. He felt pretty big, but then he tangled himself up in the kelp, and I had the hardest time trying to get him free of it. That's one of the hazards of fishing the kelp forest, is oftentimes they'll just tangle themselves up in the kelp, and unfortunately I lost this fish. This next fish wasn't quite as lucky. I was able to bring him straight into the boat without any issues. This is a good looking fish. He looks legal, but I'm going to have to measure him just to be sure. He measured in right at 12 inches. Definitely legal. So he's going on my stringer. Soon after that fish, I hook into another one. And this guy put up quite the fight. Good quality fish. Here's a better look at him. After measurement, turns out this guy was 13 inches, just a little bigger than the first one. Definitely a keeper. Here I've hooked into another decent fish. I couldn't believe how productive this spot was. I just wish I had more shrimp, because look at this, they're getting better. This one measured over 14, approaching 15 inches, and they're just good quality sheephead here. Here I've hooked into yet another decent fish. Man, this is the old Dana Point I used to remember. I used to come out here all the time when the kelp forest was further south. But man, this is a really productive spot. Look at this quality fish. He came in right at 15 inches, And realize, normally when I fish for California sheephead, I simply have a sliding egg sinker sitting right on top of a circle hook. But today, I'm using a Carolina rig. As you can see, the sinker is well above the hook. In fact, there's about 18 to 24 inches of leader between the sinker and the circle hook, and it is working quite well. Another thing I did differently today is I was using a fluorocarbon leader. It is, again, 20-pound test, but generally I just use straight monofilament, and I was really landing a lot more fish today, it seemed. I just wish I had more bait. Here's a better shot of the Carolina rig. As you can see, I'm using a 3/4 ounce sinker on top of a stainless steel ball bearing swivel. One end is tied to the monofilament and the fluorocarbon leader is attached to the other. The leader itself is about 18 to 24 inches in length, and at the very end is a circle hook. And this thing was money today. It was just catching fish left and right. Alright, as I fiddle with my stringer here, I want to pull it up here to give you a better look at today's catch. Man, what a productive day. Look at these beautiful California sheephead. Well, that's it for today. I can't wait to return next weekend for the 4th of July. I'll be sure to return to this spot, but next time I'm going to have more scrimps. Thanks again, guys, and please give this video a thumbs up.